We head now to Piha on the coast west of Auckland, where residents could have to prove their septic tanks are working properly and are regularly maintained in a bid to stop human waste polluting the community's lagoon. Piha lagoon has been unswimmable for years, with dangerously high levels of E. coli, especially in summer. It's a fact strikingly at odds with the beach's reputation as wild, unique, extraordinary. Less than an hour from downtown Auckland, Anusha Bradley drove west.
I'm standing here on the edge of Piha Lagoon. It's a warm and muggy autumn's morning, and people are out jogging, walking their dogs. Kids are playing on the beach. And while this lagoon has often been a safe place for children to play, away from the wild surf that Piha's renowned for, no one's swimming. Between November and March, weekly testing of Piha Lagoon found E. coli levels of more than 500 parts per 100 millilitres, more than twice the acceptable level. Some weeks it reached as high as 2,800. For only one test the whole summer was the lagoon safe to swim in. As a child, Piha resident Ken Cowan would spend his summers playing and swimming in the waters, but now the 70-year-old won't let his grandchildren near it.
This pollution coming from many sources, including waterfowl and so on, but the main problem appears to be outfall that originates from septic tanks. What happens is that the level of sand at the entrance rises and doesn't allow the lagoon to flush.
Mr Cowan, who's president of the Piha Ratepayers and Residents Association, says the organisation wants the council to periodically remove the sand build-up, allowing the tide to flush the dirty water away. Dave Bryant, a retired microbiologist, says the association's own testing of the lagoon before and after king tides or heavy rainfall, which naturally flush the lagoon, shows it works.
We certainly found that after the mouth of the lagoon opened, we actually got significant tidal flushing that the counts actually dropped considerably.
Sand has been building up along the west coast for the past 60 years. The environmental consultancy Tonkin & Taylor, hired by Auckland Council 2 years ago, recommended removing some of it from the mouth of Piha Lagoon. The council says it's too expensive, would require resource consent, and it's not a permanent solution. Its senior healthy waters specialist, Sarah Irwin, says it's better to tackle the issue at the source, and bylaws on septic tank maintenance are being considered.
Currently, the Waiheke Island has a bylaw, and that requires people to provide maintenance records, and then that is how we monitor what's actually happening in that area, and that seems to be working, so that's the kind of thing that we might be looking at.
Piha resident and owner of the Black Sands Lodge, Bobby Carroll, says she's sick of waiting for the council to act.
I'm just a little tired about all the hooeys. There's been hooeys for decades. We need to fix the problem at its source. I think it's time for Piha to be split into Piha Beach, that's the south, Mid Piha and North Piha, and we need to have some treatment systems set up.
An Auckland Council report estimates up to a quarter of the town's septic tanks are not working properly. It says installing a sewage system hasn't been considered for Piha, but if it were to, it would be something ratepayers themselves would have to pay for. For Checkpoint, Anusha Bradley.